Marlo Thomas is one of the most daring figures in Hollywood history, but there's one thing she's most afraid of: marriage. Why? Why did she end up going into it anyway? And what heavy burden did her marriage to Phil Donahue place on her that she will carry for the rest of her life? Let's find out while showing you some of her rare photos. The easiest time for Marlo to have given up on her dreams of becoming an actress had to be right after she graduated from college. Pressure from her friends and family almost made Marlo lose grip on all she had thought about since she was a kid. According to the actress, after her college days, she was in so many of her friends' weddings and was a bridesmaid in at least 17 of them. Her friends tried to persuade her that marriage was the right move for her at that time of her life, but Marlo had her eyes set on something else. While she went for what her heart felt was right, lots of people believed this to be the reason she struggled so much to find lasting happiness. Born into a family of entertainment giants, Marlo found it easier to find her path into the acting industry. Her father, Danny Thomas, was a renowned comedian, and with his influence, Marlo was cast into a dozen television programs including Bonanza, Arrest and Trial, The Many Loves of Dobie Gill, and 77 Sunset Strip. The pay was decent, she had her family support, but Marlo would bring trouble to herself when she decided that she was ready to produce her own show at 26 years old. Before this, Marlo Thomas found her big break with her feature in the 1963 romantic comedy Barefoot in the Park. And they said to me, "You can't create a television series about a single working girl. No one has ever done that," Marlo recalled. For the show that preserved her name, Marlo was going to suffer so much in the hands of industry men who only hated her because she was a woman. That Girl was the sitcom that proved to be Thomas Marlowe's ticket out of poverty. The ABC sitcom, which ran from September 8, 1966 to March 19, 1977, was so successful that it settled the actress for life. Thomas Marlo, discussing some of the challenges she faced in the show's production, revealed that the actors she worked with frustrated her because they were just not comfortable that she was the one signing their paychecks. But something even more terrible was about to happen. When they were done with production and the show was set to air, network producers refused to broadcast because they were afraid that nobody would want to watch a single girl who refused marriage because she wanted to pursue a career. Marlo understood their fears and it was hard, but she was able to convince them eventually. On the night of the release, Marlo hit gold as a miracle she didn't expect would happen. According to her, That Girl was able to beat the competition because of her character, Anne Marie. Marlo explained that, like Anne Marie, many women in America did not really fancy staying in their parents' house waiting for marriage. They all wanted to head into the world to figure out who they were. Thomas also confessed that the reason why she didn't end the final season with a marriage between the two central characters just like we all expected was because she was not a very big fan of marriage herself. The actress argued that marriage in the final season would pass the wrong message that marriage was the only happy ending. Many people believe that after That Girl, Marlo Thomas's career grew cold. That is not exactly true, at least not for the next few years. When the sitcom ended, Marlo joined the Actors Studio where she studied acting under the infamous Lee Strasberg until his death in 1982. Thomas struggled to find major projects after this, but you might have seen her in small roles in movies like The Real Blonde, Starstruck, and playing Mona Lisa. After this, you can say that Marlo Thomas learned other ways to keep her fans from forgetting her. Marlo had a good shot at Happily Ever After, but she chose to be an actress instead. And when her heart was finally ready for love, life was going to serve her its revenge. According to Who's Dated Who, Marlo Thomas's first love was former United States Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, but this romance unfortunately lasted only a few months. But Marlo was not going to back down that easily. She tried again with American artist Herb Gardner, but it still wouldn't end the way she wanted. They broke up even before the public got to know that they were an item. Finally, Marlo met TV host Phil Donahue, and he was a compensation for all her troubles and heartaches. It didn't look like it at first, and Marlo was right to think that Phil was no different than the men she had dated in the past, but Donahue was happy to prove her wrong. The duo met for the first time in 1977 when Marlo was invited to his talk show, and truth be told, it wasn't exactly love at first sight, but there was a spark, a tiny one. Few years after this, Phil, against many defying odds, would be leading Marlo to the altar, and luckily for him, he was not going to regret it. The couple married in 1980, and they have been together ever since. Recently, they celebrated their 43rd wedding anniversary, and fans were tempted to know how they have managed to stick together for this long. Marlo revealed the secret sauce to her marriage as 3 L's: love, listening, and lust. The actress believes that this formula would work for anybody, anywhere, as it did for her, especially in a romance that didn't start so well. When Thomas and Phil were courting, they lived across the country from each other and barely maintained communication. We've seen many relationships torn apart because of this, but somehow this power couple was able to keep it going. They didn't decide on where to live together until after their wedding. Interestingly, after she said "I do," Thomas revealed that she felt like she had made a very big mistake. According to the actress, she has always been scared of marriage because she felt she would be forced to become a prisoner to please her partner, and that being a family woman meant the end of her career. While the actress was not entirely wrong about the career part, she counts herself lucky to be doing life with the TV host. Not many women would feel the same about becoming an immediate stepmother to 5 children, but Marlo Thomas has figured out how to get by. The celebrity couple finally settled that communication was the key to every relationship, and that marriage especially does not need every seriousness. A little humor, they said, has the ability to preserve a marriage for a very long time. We all suspected that Marlo Thomas was not all that she claimed she was. It was hard to explain, but the hunch that the actress harbored a few uncomfortable secrets about her life never left us. And time proved that we might have been right to not believe everything she preached about herself. Thomas recently celebrated her 86th birthday, and for her youthful looks, she credits healthy meals and exercise as her secret. Well, not everybody was going to buy that. While she has never publicly admitted it, there is evidence that reveals that the actress has undergone several cosmetic procedures to enhance and maintain her appearance. It's not very abnormal in the industry for celebrities not to be proud of their experiences with plastic surgery, but for a woman who always advocated self-love and acceptance, a few of Marlo Thomas's fans felt betrayed. It is believed that her first cosmetic procedure was a nose job. Experts have monitored and recorded changes in the shape and size of Marlo Thomas's nose over the years, and they agree that she altered her nose appearance to make it more symmetrical with her face. With that established, fans were quick to dump everything Marlo said to be the reason why she is aging so gracefully. Despite her advancing age, Marlo Thomas's face does not show any wrinkles or sagging skin, so it is also believed that she had a facelift. Further investigations also reveal that the actress had a little work done on her cheekbone, and she was also accused of using Botox. In the heat of these rumors, it was expected that Thomas would publicly defend herself, but the actress refused and avoided questions like this in interviews, and so the speculations were fueled even further. It's really hard to say for a fact that Marlo had any business with cosmetic surgery, as she has refused to share that part of her life with anyone. People always wondered what happened to Marlo Thomas after she got married, and many concluded that just as she feared, maybe family life succeeded in extinguishing every passion she had for the entertainment industry. While being a mother to 5 children was a heavy burden that took a lot of time to adjust to, it is not exactly the reason why we rarely see or hear about Marlo Thomas in recent times. After That Girl, it was not very easy for Marlo to find prominent roles in the industry, and when she saw that she couldn't revive her acting career, she decided that it was time for new hobbies. The actress today is an accomplished writer, voiceover artist, and of course, a passionate activist. Thomas has authored 7 best-selling books, and 3 of the 7 were ranked #1 bestsellers. In 2014, the 4-time Emmy Award-winning actress was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by former President Barack Obama for her outstanding societal contributions. Thomas is yet to announce her retirement from the industry, so fans would try not to act too surprised if she eventually finds her way back to the screens. Marlo Thomas, now 86, plastic surgery or not, is in such great shape for a woman of her age. The actress relinquishes old age in her home in New York with her family. She has an estimated net worth of $150 million. If you enjoyed this video, there's a good chance you'll also enjoy the one showing on your screen right now. Click, enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.